Wednesday, 6th of November, and we're on Bloomberg, literally watching the results of the news about the elections and how elections went through. And I really want to show you guys something today on the charts, how it really affected the markets. I took a trade, by the way, and I want to show you guys the results. Okay, so the first thing we want to know about the elections is that there are actually two parties which were involved, which is the Democrats and the Republicans. And within the Democrats and Republicans, one person has to win. That's one party. Now, one thing I want to make you to understand in this video is that if one person wins, it has a way it's going to react on the market. It's either going to react positively or negatively. And the Democrats or the Republicans represent two people. That's Kamala Harris, that's trying to run for the presidency, and Donald Trump. So these two people are literally trying to become the president, and trust me, a lot of money has been pumped into this US presidential election. And according to a certain documentary which I read, it literally says that about $10 billion was spent on US presidential election. That's a lot of money, capable enough to shake the markets to an extent. All right, so with all this knowledge in mind, I understood that there's a lot of uncertainty this week. So I wasn't trying to trade a lot of USD pairs, so I went straight to AUD JPY. And that's exactly what I want to show you in this video, how I traded AUD JPY. So we have the Democrats and Republicans, just like I said, guys. And then today, I'm currently watching the news, all right? And this is the importance of understanding fundamentals. That's what I want to show you guys today. So check it out. So this is me watching Bloomberg, and they're literally talking about how the whole election thing is going through, how it's affecting the markets, equity markets, how it's affecting Russell's, Nasdaq. These are equity futures, that's intraday USD equity futures regarding the elections, all right? So this is how the whole thing affects the market, and trust me, this has a lot of impact. You say Trump wins West Virginia. So upon Trump winning these elections, that's Donald Trump winning these elections from the Republican Party, USD took a serious trend on the market, and there was a lot of bullish trend from the XY alone. The whole of the other pairs, that's GBP USD, Euro USD, and negatively correlated pairs to the USD were seriously dumping. I woke up this morning and found GBP USD down at 200 pips. I mean, I was crazy. I was yelling in the house like 200 pips down at 8 a.m. Anyway, this is what it is, and that's how interesting it is, because the whole of this week, trust me, I was learning. This is my first election experience on the market, and this is one of the first seasons in the market that I get to experience as a forex trader. And I've learned a lot about uncertainty. I've learned a lot about how the election affects the market. I've also learned a lot about how the market works in terms of the way election is, because it's not like the normal news, CPI or NFP news, which we do know. It's about how the results are proclaimed, and the way the results gets proclaimed has a sure impact on the market. It can react positively to a particular direction or negatively to a particular direction. So quick one, I want to show you a wrap up on how the XY looks like currently, and how AUD JPY, which that's the trade which I took, looks like currently as well. And then added to that, we are also going to look at other pairs like GBP USD, Euro USD, and then we'll give you the wrap up for the video and a wrap up for the week. Alright, so this is a quick wrap up on the markets right now, and this is USD. Like, just look at these guys. This already tells you a lot. Alright, this already tells you a lot about the markets without you even touching the charts. Imagine USD gaining this type of strain about that's the Republicans winning, that's Donald Trump, tells you a lot that, trust me, we are going to have a really bullish period as of now on. As of now on, we are looking at this market to be really, really bullish, because trust me, we haven't had this type of a bullish push in a very, very long time. It does even more than weeks. All right, we haven't had a bullish push such as this, and with this type of impact coming on the market is actually a positive news for the US. And being it a positive news for the US, the XY becomes very, very strong and turns out to lash all the other pairs such as GBP USD, Euro USD, and all the USD pairs that are negatively correlated to that's the XY, alright? So if you have to look at GBP USD, I woke up this morning, guys, So I woke up this morning and found the XY down about 200 pips, and I was yelling like, Jesus, what's happening? What's happening? And the first thing that came to my mind was elections, and then that was it. So I want to show you guys exactly how it looks like right now on GBP USD. So on GBP USD, this is what we are having, guys. Like seriously, is the market really doing this? The market was up here. That was early this morning. The market was up here, and the moment the results of the election came out, the market just literally started selling off. That's in the 4-hour time frame. GBP USD on the 4-hour time frame, it was just literally selling off. And all this still goes a long way to confirm to us that GBP USD is still on a bearish trend. All right, it's still creating lower lows. That's something like this, and lower highs. You know, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, which is still not really the best, but then trust me, it is literally creating lower lows. So the why not is it, there are still chances that it can still come back up here, but then still keep selling off until we are proven otherwise. All right, but if you are not proven otherwise, the market is going to keep selling, and that's my bias for GBP USD. Until we are proven otherwise, I am bearish on GBP USD. Same thing with Euro USD. All right, with Euro USD, I think this is it here. With Euro USD, we are still looking for the same type of setups. That's the market creating lower lows and lower highs. Look at what happened. So this is Euro USD. The market also dropped about 100 and something pips here, and it's still the election move. There's nothing about these markets right now that's going to cause you to want to buy. If you're trying to buy in these markets right now, that means you're literally trying to face a coming trend. That's an oncoming trend. That's what you're literally trying to do, because this is a straight up impulsive sell move. This is a straight up impulsive sell move. Look at price literally broke above this high here, and then it was like trying to start creating a series of higher highs and higher lows. That's based on technical analysis, but for the fact that this is fundamentals, price literally reversed on all of this move, and this is one of the main reasons why anybody who was literally trading and trying to buy all this space, they got stopped out. And this is one of the reasons why I was staying away from USD pairs, because imagine price breaking above this high here and then confirming to you that you are on a buy, straight up buy move, and then before you go to ease yourself and come back, you have this massive rejection. That's just going to be so painful. So that's that for USD, that's Euro USD and GBP USD. But then I want to show you the best trade of this week. That's the trade which I took, AUD JPY. Alright, so for AUD JPY, the way I'm looking at the market is, trust me, is very interesting. One of the reasons why I decided to trade AUD JPY and stay away from the USD pairs is because AUD is from Australian time sessions, while JPY is still from Australian time sessions. So literally it has nothing to do with the USD, but then it was still going to affect these countries in a sense, alright, because the US affects literally everybody. Nobody really can stay away from the, you know, the market. So looking at AUD JPY here, what's gonna happen is, this is the trade I took, all right, this is the trade I took, and I took this trade on the daily time frame. And one of the main reasons why I took this trade was very simple. We have had an area of structure. We have had an area of structure where the market has been respecting. If you look carefully, you're going to see. So we have this area of structure here. Check it out, guys. Just look at the structure by yourself. We had this massive drop to the downside, then price came back and then failed to break below this support zone here, but then started trading and going upwards. So as price traded and came closer to this immediate high here, normally what you would have expected to happen was a sell. That was a double top sales, but then price didn't do that. Price just kept ranging, rather, that's to the right hand side. All right, so price range for a pretty long period of time. This is over a month. I mean, from here to here is over a month of price just ranging, and then after that, the next thing that is about to happen is a breakout. So it is upon these breakouts that I am taking my buys already, and I am very sure that I'll be holding this trade for the next 2 to 3 weeks, so that price will go all the way up here. But then this is my first TP, because I'm very sure that if price breaks officially above this ranging zone, the next thing we are waiting for is price to reach here, and once price gets there, I know that we are gone. It's a gone trade. There's nothing more. It's a gone trade. So that's that for AUD JPY, and that's why when I step down to the 4-hour time frame, because I already know that on the daily time frame we have this support here, we have this area of support here, an area of support here, yes, here, that's very evident. And then we also have this trend line, we have a trend line zone here too. I want to show you that in a second. We have an area of trend line zone here, which is like that. So I know that whatever price is doing, price is just going to tap on that trend line and just keep buying. So there is nothing else on AUD JPY that I should be looking at other than just buy trades. So this is my first TP and this is my second TP. So, but then when I step down to the 4-hour time frame, there's still a lot of structures that really cost me to buy here on AUD JPY. If you really look here, we have this engulfing. This is an engulfing candle actually, which is really confirming me for more buy setups. So it means that even though we are having this series of, you know, bearish candles trying to take off, like trying to sell back, it's just giving us more entries for buys. All right. So the fact that the market is selling on the 4-hour time frame currently is just more signs for us to add more entries for our buys, because this trade is going to hold for the longest of time, guys. For the longest of time, I'm telling you, and I can bet on this. So for the trade that you saw, I'm currently in profits. That's about $130 in profits, and for this $130 is another account which I purchased and I'm trading. But then one thing I want to tell you guys also is the fact that that account which I'm trading is actually a TENTRADE account, and I'm literally in a TENTRADE academy here in Yaoundé. So if you look around, that's the academy with the flyer there. So it's literally a TENTRADE academy, and one thing about it is that TENTRADE is a broker which offers funding programs. So with these funding programs, you can purchase accounts from $3,000 all the way to $500,000. All right. So if you want to purchase an account, and the accounts are really cheap, that's one thing too. So if you want to purchase an account, let's say a 3K account, you can get a 3K account with really good prices all the way to $500,000 to, which is not pretty bad, even though most of us might not be able to get the money, but then $500,000 too is a good account. All right. So all these accounts are existing on TENTRADE. If you want to sign up, the link is just in my description box below. And you watching this video, for the fact that you have been watching this video all the way to now, please, I expect you to smash the like button for your boy and subscribe to the YouTube channel, so that it recommends the video more to so many other people to come and watch and really pick a little bit of knowledge or what I've learned, or share with what I've learned. So drop in your comment section, go into the comment section, tell me your thoughts about this election, and tell me your thoughts about how you feel or what you learned concerning the election. Like I said, I learned a lot. Tell me your comment in the comment section what you learned. I'll definitely reply you. And if you want to get to me personally and one-on-one, the link also is still in the comment section and in my description box. It is a WhatsApp link just below in the comment section. You tap on that link, you get to me on WhatsApp. We can talk about forex trading, we can talk about a lot, just fundamentally, technically, and all around about trading and the financial market itself. So to be very honest about my thoughts on this US presidential election, trust me, one thing I think so much about the US presidential election is the fact that I think it has really made me to learn a lot regarding the markets from a political perspective, because I've always understood the market from a technical perspective. I've always had also, you know, an economic perspective of understanding the market, but I've never really been able to understand the market from a political perspective. And my thoughts on this election is that I got to understand that the way elections is being done in the US is by states. All right, so it is carried out in the form of, you know, states, and it is in those states where these elections is taking place, that's where the results come together. Then they bring these results together from different states, that's, you know, Texas, you know, Maryland. Like, they can just bring the states together at the end of the day once everybody elects, and then count the numbers. Once they bring the numbers together, the number that wins, or the number that goes higher, is the number that wins based on the election. And that's how I have observed from Bloomberg. So all this comes with time of research, times and hours of watching, and just paying attention to what's happening on the market too. And whoever wins, because trust me, one thing about the elections which some of us are not paying attention to is the fact that whoever wins has a positive or negative impact. Now take for instance that some investors were literally watching and they wanted to invest their money in the US, and some of them, they are obviously going to take sides. All right, don't tell me investors are not going to take sides. They're going to take sides, and they're going to know where they want to invest their money to. So if, let's say, an investor had about $100 million and then he wanted to invest in the US, but then he's not supporting Kamala Harris, that's just an example, and then Kamala Harris ends up winning, what's going to happen? He's definitely going to take his $100 million and look for a different investment and put it there. And what if that money is not going to the US? That's them literally losing. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's going to affect the dollar in a positive way or in a negative way. $100 million brought together by 7, 8, 9, 10 investors is not small. I mean, it is not chicken change. You get what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day, trust me, these elections has a lot of impacts on the market. It affects the market in so many different ways, politically, economically, socially, and so many extra ways. So I am just happy for one thing, and the one thing that I am happy for is the fact that I have learned how to deal with election period while trading. And this is what I'm going to tell you. This is my conclusion. During election weeks, are you listening? During election weeks, stay away. Stay away, yeah, stay away. Why? Because of uncertainty. That's the biggest thing I have understood. Because of uncertainty. Because the market during the week of elections where results are to be proclaimed is the biggest week. And that uncertainty alone can cause a lot of, volatility in the markets. And now it can literally go against you. You can have the markets, you have analyzed it, everything technically, just like the trade on Euro USD, where it literally broke above the previous lower high and then started trading above and creating bullish pushes. But then for the fact that it was an election, which is, a fundamental fact, that literally created a whole different reaction. Because now for the fact that Trump literally won, it created a boost in the US dollar. It means that should it be that Kamala Harris was the one that won? Maybe if the boost was not strong or literally created sales, what would have happened to the US dollar? The US dollar should have started shooting up, going bullish and bullish and bullish. But what would have happened to the US dollar? The US dollar should have been selling off. Are you understanding? So at the end of the day, it is whoever that wins that has a positive or negative impact. And we really don't know how the impact is going to look like based on whoever wins. That's why I say stay away from it, because elections is something that is very, very uncertain. It's now that I understand why people always say elections is uncertain. It's now that I really do understand, and this is something new I have learned that I'm coming to document here on YouTube. And so with that being said, guys, I'm signing out for the video. That's my updates for today, and peace.